If your smoky top doesn't shred and keeps coming out like this, watch this and I'll teach you on how to cut and sew a perfect smoky top using less than half a yard of fabric. Some people also call it a shirred top, and today I will show you two mistakes people make that makes their shirred top come out badly. So guys, the first thing I'm gonna head to do is to fold a fabric into two. So I'm using an Ankara fabric for this. Now to know the amount you have to fold, what you have to do is your bust measurement divided by 4. Then add about extra 8 to 9 inches allowance to it. Now having done that, I came over to the top of my fabric and I came down by about half an inch. I hope you can see. So this is going to serve as our starting line for our dress. So that is where all our measurement is going to start from. I hope you understand. Now after marking that, I brought my tape here. Now this is an off shoulder top. As you can see, what I have to do is to determine where I want my off shoulder to start from. So you can make yours to start from 4, 5, 6 or 7. It totally depends on you. But I wanted mine to start from 6. That is why I placed it on our starting line over there, and I went ahead to mark our bust measurement. So my bust measurement is 10 inches. So I don't know your bust measurement, just go ahead and mark where your bust measurement is like this. So mine is 10 inches, and now I'll go ahead and just connect these lines. I hope you can see, guys. So please listen carefully and watch attentively. Now after doing this, the next thing I'll have to do is to just label it the bust so that you can understand. So that is our bust line. Now I also placed my tape again at that 6 inches point where I want my off shoulder to start from. Then I came down and marked 16 inches for my waistline. I hope you can see. So I'm marking 16 inches here, and I also went ahead to connect it together just like this using my rule. I hope you can see, guys. Now after that, I went ahead to also label this my waistline. I hope you can see. So that is our waistline. Now the last measurement we're going to take is the full length of our top. That is where you want your top length to stop. So for me, I want mine to be 21 inches. But you know, this is a shred top. By the time we finish shredding it, it's going to go up a little bit. So I went ahead to add extra 1 inch to the length. Then also I'll be adding extra 1 inch because I'll be folding the top. So half inch for the top and half inch for the bottom. I hope you understand. So for the shred, like you know, it's going to reduce. You can add extra 2 inches to yours instead of 1 inch if you want. I hope you understand what I mean. Now guys, I'm just marking 23 inches or around the down part like this. Then I'll go ahead and just connect it together. So this is what I mean. After connecting together, I went ahead to just label this the full length. So this is the full length of our dress. So I've started cutting it out. I've cut out the parts we just need. Now you go over and measure your upper bust just the way you can see here, your upper bust circumference. Then whatever you get, for me I got 33 inches, and now I'm going to be dividing it by 4. So when I divided it by 4, it was 8 and quarter, that is 8.25 inches. I came over here and I gave it a mark on this starting line over here at the top. And after doing that, I also went ahead to add extra 5 inches to it. You can add about 6 inches. It totally depends on you. Now, remember this is a shred top. That is why we are adding these extra allowances to it. I hope you understand. Now, why I took my upper bust measurement instead of my bust measurement was because I wanted to make mine an off shoulder, but at the end I later added sleeves, that is straps, to mine. So if you are making it as an off shoulder, you should use your upper bust measurement instead of your bust measurement. I hope you understand, so that it can hold you firmly at your bust part. I hope you really understand what I mean. But if you are making yours to have strap from the beginning, you can use your bust measurements. Now after doing that, I went ahead to measure what I have on our starting line, and I measured it down to what we have on our bust line. And you can see what we have there is 13 and quarter inches. So I measured that on our bust line. And I came over to our waistline. Now, if you have a smaller waist, what you have to do is just your waist measurement divided by 4, then add extra 5 inches to it. So my waist measurement divided by 4 is 7 inches. Then I went ahead to add extra 5 inches to it, just like this. Now, if you don't really have a small waistline, what you have to do is measure what you have on your bust line. That is, it is 13 and quarter inches. Then you come over to your waistline and minus 1 inch from it. That is, I'm just giving you an example with my own measurement. So measure what you have on your bust line and minus 1 inch from it and mark it on your waistline. So guys, having said that, the last thing we have to do is mark our full length line. To do that, what we have to do is take whatever you have on your waistline and add extra 1 inch to it. So for me, what I had on my waistline was 12 inches, and I went ahead to add extra 1 inch to it. That is 13 inches. Now, having marked all these measurements, what I have to do is to connect all together. So you can see the way I'm connecting it. I'm using my ruler to do that. You can see. Just follow carefully like this. After doing that, I'm gonna have to cut it out like this, cutting the side out. Then I also went ahead to cut out the top here, because that is where our top started. That is our starting line. I hope you see. Now after doing this, what I have to do is to cut out the back part of this. So I'll be cutting exactly the same thing for the back, because the front and the back is the same. Now I'm gonna have to fold another piece of fabric into two. I hope you can see. And I've gone ahead to bring the front part and place it on it. See it here. So you make sure the side that is folded is facing the part that is folded, so that you don't make mistake. Now I've also gone ahead to use my pin to pin it down so that it doesn't move when we are cutting it out. I hope you can see here. I'm pinning it down so that it aligns well and it's equal. Now I started cutting this part out. So I'll trace exactly the same thing. Remember, I told you the front and the back part is the same. There's no difference in it. I hope you see. Now guys, after cutting out, this is what it looks like here. Now the next thing I'll go ahead and do is to fold the up and the down part of this fabric. So you see what I'm going to do now. I'm going to turn this over to the back side like this, and I'm going to be folding the top here by about ½ inch like this. Remember that 1 inch we kept at the beginning when we were marking our measurement. So I'll keep fold it, use ½ inch and fold the upper part, and I'll also use the remaining ½ inch to fold the down part just like this. Now I'll go over to my machine and just stitch it, and I'll do the same thing for the other one. So after doing that, you can see what it looks like over here. Hope you can see. So this is how the upper and the lower part looks like. Now I'm going to be folding it into two equal parts like this. So I folded one of them into two equal parts, one of the sides. So we're using this as the front. And I've started marking 1/8 at the down part. I hope you can see. So now I'll go ahead and just use my rule to collect all together to just form a line. So I'll also do the same thing at the other side like this, obviously. So we have marked 1 inch all the way around there. Now from that 1 inch below the 1 inch line, I'll start marking ½ inch all the way to the down part. I hope you can see. So I'll just do this. Now to make it easier, mark ½ inch at this part, then at the middle part here, and at the last side. Then you use your roll to just connect every line together like this. I want you see it, so it's easier if you do it like this. So I'm done connecting all the lines at this part. I'll do the same thing I did here on the other side, just like this. So I've opened it up and this is what it looks like. I hope you can see. Now you can see at the first part I gave 1 inch here. I hope you see. Now why I gave this 1 inch is so that it can give us one particular design here. I hope you understand me. So I'll go over now and bring my elastic thread. You can see how it looks like. And I'll go ahead and bring a cup of water. Now, why I'm putting this elastic thread inside a cup of water is so that when we use it to shred our dress, it won't have that ripping sound when you draw it. I hope you understand what I mean. So I'll be putting this elastic thread in this cup of water until it settles down. As you can see, it's still floating. So I'll go ahead and leave it for about 30 minutes to 1 hour so that it can settle down inside the water. So I'll be dropping this aside, and now you can see it has settled down inside the water. So I advise before you start sewing, you do this 1 hour before you start sewing. I hope you understand what I mean, so that it won't waste your time. Now I'll go ahead and dry our elastic thread just like this. So make sure it's not dripping any water. Now I'll go ahead and start reeling it into this. Now make sure when you're reeling it, you don't use a machine for this, so that your machine doesn't stretch it. I hope you understand, or wear it out. I hope you understand what I mean. So it's better to use your hand to reel it inside. Now I'll be putting it inside the shuttle. Now you'll notice that this is thicker than your normal thread. So you go ahead and lose your shuttle with a screw. That part that is there here. Make sure you lose it a little bit. and I'll go ahead and put it in my sewing machine and I'll start sewing just like this. So you can see how it's shredding like this. So right now we have started making our smoky top. Now guys, remember I told you to first of all do it at that 1 inch. Then instead of cutting it, you move over to the next line. Why I did this line is just to make it very easy as a beginner. If you don't really know how to um give the gap for 1 inch or half an inch, so just make sure you do the lines at the beginning part. So go ahead and continue repeating the process all the way to the down part. Remember, don't mistakenly move from one line to another line so that your work can look neat. Just continue doing it like this. You can see the way I'm doing it. Just continue repeating the process. So guys, if you have watched this video to this point, do well to like this video and also share this video to someone who you think will find it helpful. So guys, after doing that, I'll go ahead and do the same thing on the other one just like this. So you can see our two parts are ready, one for the front and the other one for the back. And I can see the way I'm stretching it, I can see the result is giving us, and it's not giving me that ripping sound. Why? Because we soaked our elastic thread inside water for some time. I hope you understand. Now I'll go over and stitch the sides of this right now, and this is what it looks like. So I'm gonna have to stitch the both sides by about half an inch. Now you can use an interlock to interlock the sides. So after doing that, I've gone ahead to turn our top here over to the front. So this is it guys, this is how to make the off shoulder of this smoky top. So you can see you can go ahead and wear your top like this, but right now if you want to add a strap, I'll be teaching you how to do that. So what I have gone to do is to bring my tape. Now I've gone ahead to extend the tape back by that 6 inches, that is for our off shoulder, and you can see here this is our length also. So right now we'll be using that 6 inches we kept, like we gave when we were making our off shoulder, to do our strap. Now I'm gonna head to cut out a piece of fabric. The length is about 33.5 inches. Now I've gonna head to cut out two for it. So one is for the right side of our strap, the other is for the left side. Now for the width, it is 4.5 inches. Now what I'll go ahead to do is to fold this into two equal parts like this, and I'll go ahead to give it a straight stitch from the top to the down. I'll do the same thing for the other one. So after stitching, this is what it looks like for both of them. Now the next thing I'll go ahead to do is to turn it over to the front like this. After turning both over to the front, I've gone ahead to see the way I'm placing it. The sewn part is at the middle, at the back. I'll do the same thing for the other one. You can see the way I placed it. The sewn part is at the middle, for at the back. I hope you see what I mean. Now after doing that, I'll go ahead and bring my tape and I'll start marking the lines. So I'll be giving half an inch here on both sides of that sewn part here, and I'll go ahead and stitch it just like this. Hope you see what I mean. Just go ahead and do exactly the same thing. So you'll be stitching with half an inch on both sides of the sewn part at the back. I hope you understand. Now after doing that, I've gone ahead to bring our top here, and I'm just showing you 6 inches for our off shoulder. Now I'll go ahead and cut out an elastic, this is a half-inch elastic of 14 inches. So I would have cut out 13, but I just cut out 14. So why I cut out 14 inches is, you can see here, 6 inches is going to for the front side, and it's going to extend all the way to the back, another 6 inches. Now have 1 inch to join it to the front and back. I hope you understand what I mean. So you can go ahead and use half inch to join it. That's why I said I would have cut out 13 inches instead of 14 inches. So I'm gonna head to pass in this half-inch elastic into this casing of this to make our strap like this. Now what I have to do is to secure both ends of this. So I'll go ahead and stitch it using about half-inch like this on both sides. Now after stitching it, the next thing I'll go ahead to do is to also come to this other end here and stitch it like this. Now I'm done stitching it, so I'll go ahead and do the same thing for the other strap of you see, so that we're going to have our two straps. So now, right now we have our two straps. I'll go ahead and measure it, and you can see it is 14 inches for the both of them. Now I'll be attaching this on our dress. So I'm gonna have to bring our dress here, and the first thing I'll have to do is to make sure I get the part we used to join the front, both the front and the back, and from that part there, I'll go ahead and bring my tape and measure out 2.5 inches from both sides of this part we sewed. I hope you understand what I mean. So see what I mean here. I'll go ahead now and just mark out 2.5 inches on this part here, and I'll also mark the same thing at the back side there. I'll also come to this other one here and place my tape here and mark out 2.5 inches over here. Now, after doing that, I'll also do the same thing at the back side here. I'll mark out 2.5 inches, obviously. So remember, it is 2.5 inches we came out from to give our strap where our strap is going to start from. So I've gone ahead to bring one part of our strap and I've gone ahead to fold it like this. Remember, this part that had that sewn part is the back, while this other one is the front. I hope you are listening attentively. So I fold it by about half inch or 1 inch. I fold it by 1 inch because I told you I gave 1 inch for this instead of half inch. So you can go ahead and give half inch when you're cutting your half inch elastic. I hope you understand. So I've placed it on dress like this, and I'll also come ahead and extend it over to the front like this. I hope you see what I mean. So this is it. I'm gonna have to pin it. So one of our strap is looking ready. Now remember I placed it on that 2.5 inches point. Then I've also done the same thing for the other one. Now I'll go ahead and stitch it. Right now, this is what it looks like after stitching it. I hope you can see how it's looking so pretty. So that is all in the making of our smoky top. If you found this tutorial helpful, do well to like this video, share this video, and subscribe for more amazing tutorial. Don't forget to put on your notification so that you'll be first to notified whenever I upload new tutorials. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for watching and see you in my next video. Bye.